Okay, this is a video that will get into the details on the controller box for my Daft Punk Thomas Bangalter helmet. Uh, I wanted to supplement the photos for how I laid this out because it looks a little complex, much more so than it really is. So what I want to do is I want to show how to change the battery out. I took the screws out and I open up the 3D printed case to the left like this because we have a ribbon cable that connects the 8 push buttons to the Arduino Feather. Let me just speak to the components in here so that it's a little bit more clear than the Instructables. So basically you got a 10,000 milliamp hour battery. You need a big battery like that because those LEDs draw a lot of current, and if you want the battery to last, if you're at a party or whatever, you're going to need something at least 5,000 milliamp hours or more. So I have a dual USB for charging up 2 phones, so you get a total of 10,000 milliamp hours. So that's why I split it up. This one powers the visor, which has the 96 LEDs, and then this one powers up the earmuffs. The power comes out of here, goes through a 2-pole on-off switch that the user, when they turn it on, they can see that there is power to the system. 2 separate poles, like I mentioned, 5 volts. Both power goes to a power bus, this card right here, and then the 2 controllers grab their power from here, as well as the LEDs get their positive voltage from this power bus that's shoved in here. The Arduino Feather, the code is in the Instructable. Plus 5 volts, minus 0 volts comes into here onto the controller. You got the 8 push buttons coming into some inputs here. And then out of here comes 1 data line off of pin 6, I believe it is, and it travels on up to the helmet. Okay, so 1 data line and plus 5 volts and a negative come back for the visor. So there's only 3 wires coming through here for the visor. All right, from the Arduino. As I mentioned before, the controller from Monster did everything I wanted it to do, so I just scavenged it, and I took the microphone off the card, and it just extended the wiring so that it could be worn on a clip outside of the jacket to have more access to the music that's ambient, so that it could really pick up the music. And it has an IR input sensor, which I just threaded through here and out the side here, so that the controller could speak to the remote could speak to the controller, so that you can adjust the display as you see fit. I didn't want to give that up because there's so many different modes there. I thought that would be kind of cool to just do it that way. And since it was $10, I figured why not? Don't make it any harder than it has to be. So to change the battery out, I had the battery in here very, very snugly because I didn't want the battery to be moving around and causing reliability issues. So I got like a little tab here that it fits underneath. I have some pads on the back side of this for some bolts that come through for the belt loop. I wanted it to be bolted because I didn't want it to break off the belt loop just from being glued. And right here along the side of this battery pack is an on-off switch. I'll show it to you right here. Okay, it's right here. So I didn't want that on-off switch. I didn't want it rattling around and turning the battery pack on and off. So there's a relief hole drilled here so that doesn't happen. So the battery pack is in there very, very snugly. So to change the battery pack, you just take the cover off, turn it to the side, and you very carefully lift up on these USB connectors right here. Let's see if I can do it. And then pull the top out first so it can get past that hold-in point, and then bring it out like this, and then just swap the leads out. Okay, you just pull the leads out like so. This is a fully charged battery, so I'm going to put this one back in there, but these pads really helped snug it up. And there, like I say, there's bolts There's nuts that are just sticking out past the thickness of this case, and so I'll show you. Those are the screws that are holding the belt loop on. I super glued that belt loop on there, but I just wanted something a little bit more secure. And so you see the relief I dremeled in there so that we don't turn this this power switch on and off. So now to put it back after it's fresh batteries has been charged up, drop the corner in, just put it in like so. Okay, it'll drop right in there. Be careful with these wires, and then just snug it all up. And they click in there like so. All right, and then you see how these wires are hanging up over here. You want to just always make sure that you know, the wires are gingerly tucked in there. Don't force anything, because it doesn't take much for this small wire to lose its continuity. So just check all the wires to make sure that they're down below the surface of the edge, and then bring your cover back up, and then put her back together, and then you're in business. And making sure that you don't have any wires sticking out between the cover and the case. So, and there you have it. Good luck building it. It's been a lot of fun.